Okay, hello. We are live. Welcome back. This is week 5. Excited. We have a lot of stuff to cover, so we will jump right into it. Before that, I do want to say we have a Discord channel for office hours now. If you want to pop your questions in there, discussions, throw them in. We will be answering those there. They don't populate in the StreamYard, but so I'll be looking manually. So if I miss anything, I apologize in advance. But pop into Discord. And just so everyone knows, we also live stream on YouTube, X, and LinkedIn as well. So if you're wondering if you're seeing a question pop up on screen, you're not sure where that's coming from, we are all over the place here. So and with that, let's get started.
I didn't know we actually had a dedicated Discord channel for this. That's all.
Today's the first day, so
let's go.
So if anything messes up, it's not my fault. No, I'm just kidding.
Heck yeah. All right, good to see everyone here. The chat's already flying. This is good. Some people saying, I'm going to show this. Tomek is my hero. I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know what Tomek did, but I do know. Tomek's a great guy. He does a lot of amazing things. I have an affinity with this. Heck yeah. So we got a good fun update here. We got some more folks from the StackBlitz side joining. We actually have some new faces, I think, from the StackBlitz side here for the first time on office hours. So I think Quentin, I think this is your first time, I want to say, right? I think Alex might be joining. I'm not sure, but Quentin, maybe you can say hello. Tell us the story of your life in 10 seconds, and then
in 10 seconds. Joined StackBlitz 5 years ago. Been an amazing ride. That's basically my life up until this point.
I like it. Yeah, life didn't start at birth; it started at StackBlitz. That's exactly what I like to hear.
Exactly.
I love it. Heck yeah. Cool. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and maybe we can kind of kick off. I think to start things off this week, maybe we talk about what we've been up to this past week. There's been, I think for those who have been kind of tuning in for these things, the past 4 or 5, 6 weeks. Actually, I think tomorrow is officially week 7 since Bolt launched, and it's every week. I mean, this week has been another one of these. It's the traffic, all numbers are just higher again, kind of week over week. And so I think last week I might have mentioned something about this around the folks who have been part of the community kind of really from the get-go here. I really appreciate you all stepping up and sharing your knowledge on Twitter and on Reddit and on Discord, etc. I mean, it's so cool to see the community really blossoming here and growing into something just incredible. You just kind of be on the ground floor. This is speaking on kind of behalf of I think of our entire team. Pretty mind-blowing. And so kind of at the same time, on our side, we've been scrambling, to one, go and fix a lot of the kind of the key limitations of the product and just fix bugs, and talking with you all, right, as you're reporting these things and, getting these things solved. And, so this past week, we've had a lot of things kind of in that regard that we've been up to. And, Tomek, maybe you can kind of start off with screen sharing the incredible tweet video you made. So I think we announced this on Monday, I want to say, or was it yesterday? Was it all the days blend together for me? So I can't remember what day it was. We'll find out. You're going to pull up the tweet. But one of the key limitations, that Bolt originally had was with the size of the project, and we still have there's still kind of a hard cap on how many files you can kind of give to the LM. But the team's been hard at work, and we were able to actually increase that number by 2.5x. And Tomek, how's that tweet coming up?
There's so many tweets.
It's here. It's in the doc.
I got it.
Okay, you got it. All right. Go ahead, Paul. So we on Monday we actually rolled out an update that allows you to open up to 2.5 times larger projects in Bolt. And I don't know if the audio streams, but this video Tomek made, I hit up Tomek and I was like, hey, the engineering shipping this, can you make a video kind of like, showing, why this is really cool, why, and I was kind of expecting more of a video tutorial. and we ended up with a movie trailer. You have to go watch this thing with audio on. It sounds like there's like Star Trek or Star Wars laser beams exploding when that is. Anyways, I got to
anyone of you are watching Arcane, you probably know what inspired me for this too.
What's it called?
Star Trek Arcane. Eric doesn't have a chat. Time for Netflix. But, yeah.
It's just, the second I asked, I was like, you know what? I if it's come out in the past month and a half, I have not seen it. I'll guarantee you that. It's super. It's a lot of fun to watch. But so that's if you've run into the prompt too large issue, that you shouldn't see that as often, especially if you're not working on like really large code bases. So that was kind of one of the updates. Let's see, did Alex end up? Oh, Alex is in. Okay, all right, perfect. Let's add you to stage. Alex, welcome. Okay, so this is the second new face. We got another person from the team on today. Alex, story of your life, 10 seconds, go.
Hey everybody, I'm Chief of Staff. I help Eric out with a bunch of stuff right now, mainly on the customer support side. So if you're in the GitHub issues or in the support@stackblitz.com inbox, you're very likely to bump into me. So look forward to helping out more of you get successful with the platform.
So totally. And Alex, this is actually your time to shine. To date, you have largely just been writing emails and responding to GitHub issues and et cetera. And, it's, through the culmination of all of that, I think you or other, maybe multiple people on the team had the idea. Actually, someone in the community may have been the first to say, you all should have a support center or help center. I heard from, a little birdie, we might have one of those now. Maybe you can share your screen and, how would one find this thing? Does it exist? How would one find it? How would one navigate to it? What's in this thing? Like, how does this work? What is this?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've been kind of collecting all the most common, issues that folks have been having, the tips and tricks that kind of take you from a beginner user to, a Bolt superstar, as we like to call them. And we pulled all that stuff together into this portal that you can find at support.bolt.new. You can also get to it super easy from the app. We put it right here on the nav bar as well as in the footer.
We can't see. I don't know if you're sharing. Oh, there you go. Cool.
Oh yeah. So right here on the nav bar and right here in the footer. So that is how you find it. And in the Help Center, there's a few kind of sections. So at the top, we have a search, by the way, which is pretty good in my initial testing. So definitely recommend dropping some keywords into the search if you're looking for something specific. We first have this FAQ section. This will get you, some of the basic questions answered on how to, think about different aspects of the product, as well as our official support channels here, which basically lets you know that you should go email us here if you've got billing, refunds, other urgent, like user-specific support issues that you need for your paid account. And then also for more like bugs or feature requests that are affecting likely other folks on the platform as well, those can be filed on the main page of the Help Center here. But we'll get back down to that in a second. Then we've got this education and tutorial section. This is where I really highly recommend you go and check this out, even if you're not having any issues, because we have some really great information in here, which we're going to be even adding more to this every day. Maximizing token efficiency. A lot of great tips and tricks in here on how to get more out of your tokens. Additionally, prompting effectively has got some good information. Also, this is going to be updated later today to have even more information on sort of how to think about pair programming with Bolt through prompts. And we've got all of my favorite YouTube tutorials here on popular topics like adding databases with Firebase and Supabase, how to do authentication for your app with Firebase and Supabase. And then also there's going to be a lot more getting added here, full length app building tutorials where you can see other folks that are very good at building with Bolt, going end to end on a project, including our CEO, Eric Simons right here. So I would definitely go check that one out. That'll really get you up to speed. You can also find the recordings of what we're on right now, office hours, as well as the user spotlights where we have Bolt superstars on to walk you through the methodology they've used to build their very impressive apps. I would say that education and tutorials, if you're a newbie, that is where you should go. Start by watching one of these full-length tutorials to get like a feel for the process. And then read the token efficiency and prompting effectively guides. And then as you start to actually build out your app, and you need to add database or auth, and soon payments as well will be a category there. You can pop in there to learn how to do that. 2 more quick sections and I'll wrap up here. If you are experiencing an actual bug with the Bolt platform, this is not the place to go if you're having like a coding issue with your app where like you're struggling to build your app. I'll let you know where to go for that in a moment. But if you've identified an actual bug with the platform, which we are we're squashing those left and right, but this is where to go. Check if it's already reported as a known issue. If it's not there, you can search the GitHub issues to see if someone else has reported it. And finally, if you are the first user out of millions to discover it, you can open a new issue right here. And this is a great place to go to kind of see updates on ongoing bug fixes, which the team has been slamming through. Finally, the last thing is you're having a problem building your app. You're having a problem with your code base. Best place to go, Discord community right here. There, you can also go to the Twitter community and the Reddit community. Those are also, honestly, I said Discord's best. I'm going to take that back. Discord is the one where our team is currently the most active because we own the Discord. But actually, the X community is a really good place to go. So if you're more comfortable on X, definitely go over there. And then the Reddit community is a bit newer. But if you love Reddit, hey, go over there. Maybe you become one of the leaders of the community. So that's basically, in a nutshell, a pretty long nutshell, the support center. We're really excited about it.
Yeah, and I just want to say the Reddit community is actually now in the top 30% of all Reddit communities. So it's actually growing at a. Yeah, so Maria, that's actually one of the shout outs I'm going to show it later. But
that's incredible. Yeah, I have not been as active as I want to be in there yet. I guess the final thing I'll throw out here, if you see something anywhere on the internet or you have a little write up that you feel should be in the help center to help other users, email it to me. Okay. I'll see it if you put it in to support@stackblitz.com or alex@stackblitz.com, either way. But we just launched this, I think, like 2 days ago, and we're really excited about adding more content. So yeah, if you've got something that you want me to add that you feel like would be helpful, send it over. I'll take a look and hopefully get it in there. So yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, and I want to echo that. Or go ahead.
Just one note for people who are using the support page. The homepage is really nicely organized. So first go through that. The search feature has one funky element that is share search only in the sub pages. So if something is only on the homepage, it won't show. So before you search and don't find it, make sure you go through the homepage. It will also show you like the lay of the land, what's available here. Like you can browse and see some content there.
Good call out. And we Alex really takes the job seriously, and so we asked that I share his direct cell phone number here. So if you ever have a problem, and I mean ever, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 3 a.m., 5 a.m. After 6, actually after 7 maybe, but anytime during the night, especially, Alex is here for you. So this is give him a ring. He's dedicated.
Hey Siri, how to enable do not disturb?
I'm just joking. But yeah, I want to echo what Alex said about the X and Reddit communities. I think Wes and Mauricio are the ones that originally set those up and have been doing an incredible job of like growing those. That's like if you're building something and kind of wondering how do you solve this type of error that's happening, etc., or even how do you go about building these types of things. I'll say this: the folks in those communities often have even more depth and knowledge than we do about how to maximally use Bolt. And so just want to encourage you all to join those communities, and then as folks help you, and you see other people asking questions that you know the answers to, spread the knowledge, right? Just pass it along, because that's what makes this work. That's what allows everyone to keep building awesome applications here, and make people go wow and blow minds. So anyways, yeah, thank you. Thanks, Alex, for the update on the support side. On that end, we've got some really cool stuff. We got a couple other just kind of quick updates from the last week to show. But one of the things I'm gonna be mentioning at the end actually is, our next week, our team, we're gonna be shipping a lot of stuff this week, and we got some cool stuff landing next week. Next week, you're gonna be seeing all of these faces up on screen here, and everyone else that's not here in our Discord and on Twitter and everywhere, because we're gonna be spending an entire week just going and helping folks in the community, build their projects and help them debug and listen to your feedback, and how we can actually, make the product better. And to the degree that we can fix things immediately, we're going to take issues and be doing it. But basically, we're going to spend a whole bunch of time with you all, and so we're excited to be kind of do that for an entire week here next week. We have some other goodies for you, but okay. So related to the Help Center, though, there was actually a video I saw in there that the CEO went out. You mentioned, I don't know if I trust that guy. That guy sounds really boring. But there's actually a new one that Tomek made in there. That Tomek, maybe you can share with us the latest video you made that was highly requested, and pull it up. I can pull it up if you want. But what is this?
Put it up, and I can talk in the meantime, so we can move faster. But as I am actually, I kid you not, I'm reading the AIO recap of what the video was. But basically a lot of people asked about like how to use Supabase. You mean the Supabase video, right, Eric?
Okay. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay. So Supabase, how to use that with Bolt. Supabase is a really basically all-in-one solution. You can it's do it. There you go. It's first thing that comes to mind is that database, of course, but there's way more about it. So there's user authentication, and that video explains how to do it. But primarily, it's about how to set up the database. Further down the line, I want to do a tutorial on how to use it also to upload assets if you want to have zip or image files in your app that you upload for the app. That's also available with Supabase. This video goes more into one of the requested, of the questions that a lot of other users had was what is the deal with the security policies? It's something that seems super important, but how do I make sure, how do I even where to start and how to interpret them? So quite a lot of that video actually goes into that. So yeah, we go from the project that is a typical Bolt output using local storage to something that uses Supabase to sign in users and store the data in the database. So the next topic that was hugely requested is Stripe payments, accepting Stripe payments, and I've been researching and working on that. Yes, so that's planned to go live this week. In the meantime, we've also discovered some edge cases to improve on Bolt itself. So that's a win-win-win situation. And yeah, so I think that's on the tutorial fronts. There's also a tutorial playlist if you go to StackBlitz channel, and you'll see all the tutorials that we published so far. Oh, and thank you everyone for commenting on these. We have usually around at least 100, literally 100 of comments on every video, which for small channel like this is unusual and super welcome, because that's basically that instructs me to what other content you want to see.
Okay, I actually didn't know that the Stripe one's slated to land this week, so that's good. I mean, that's been like one of the top requested, probably the top requested piece of content from us. So
I think there
I'm
might be
excited for that.
two actually Stripe ones, or one Stripe and other one like the next popular payment solution.
Don't do it like the Hunger Games, where they did movie 1, movie 2, and the movie 3 was like 3 movies.
No. Like full disclosure, like there is like a thing that we're working on with Netlify functions, and they need to be enabled in Bolt to have a different way of using Stripe payments. So this will be the like kind of easy mode, and then we can go into more like advanced mode.
Cool. Amazing. All right. Okay, you heard it here first. Tomek and Stripe on our YouTube channel this week. Let's go. Heck yeah. Okay, and last couple things I want to mention before we show you what's landing this week. Did a quick ship. This one's actually from yours truly. This is actually a follow-on to another quick ship that I did. But back at the end of October, I noticed a lot of people were typing bold.new instead of bolt.new. So we bought bold.new, and if you go to bold.new, it just takes you to bolt.new. Noticed another typo happening this past week. People were typing blot.new, presumably because they're just so excited about getting to Bolt. They're just like, and listen, I'm not going to say I haven't made the same mistake just from excitement trying to get to our own website. So if you're really feeling excited, we've got you covered. You can go to blot.new. And you might be thinking, okay, how many people actually make these typos? Well, I was kind of curious myself. So from October 23rd until whenever this tweet was posted on the 15th, that's the traffic of bold.new. Like that's actually a sizable number of people going to bold.new. So anyway, the cool thing about this is I hope that you never actually realize you mistyped bolt.new. And because you shouldn't, you'll just go to bolt.new if you type these things in. So anyways, kind of a fun little ship here that we did. But I mean, clearly there's almost 10,000 people in a month that would have ended up on, they'd be like, is Bolt down? It's not resolving. So anyways, there's that. And I think that's the main thing. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. But other main thing is we've been really working on lots of bug fixes that have landed over the past week. We made the deployment system more reliable, and there's even more coming on that. And last week, I think we announced this before our live stream last week, but we rolled out some updates to the fix errors functionality that made it a lot more reliable. So hopefully, it's been a lot more reliable when you hit the fix errors button. So that's kind of what a snapshot of the last week. And we've got a couple of big things that are landing this week, and I'm pretty excited about these because the number one and number two things that we've been really trying to really nail in a great way for you all since we launched Bolt. One is just reducing the number of tokens each message send takes, right? Like how do we get more value per dollar for you using Bolt? And we've got a pretty major thing that we are finally getting landed this week that we'll talk about. There's going to be even more stuff in the coming weeks here to announce on that. But you're going to be able to send a lot more messages. If you kind of fast forward a couple weeks from now with all the stuff that's landing, it's going to be huge. So that's kind of been one of the number one things that we've been working on. And alongside that has been really ensuring the end-to-end workflow of coming to Bolt, having an idea, deploying it to production is extremely smooth. And there's been some kinks in that, and we've got something landing. Might have already landed today that we're gonna show you. So with that, Dom, maybe I can hand it off to you for point number one on what's in queue to land this week for reducing token usage.
Yes. Okay. So I think we've demoed and showcased. We've already talked in the past streams about the diff-based editing approach. We've talked about that it's kind of an unsolved problem. So we've been working really, really hard to make that happen for everyone. And last time we said it's going to be officially behind a beta flag. And yeah, I mean, we're pretty excited that that's going to land this week. And we're very, very curious to get everyone's thoughts about this. And well, yeah, I mean, we're super excited about it.
Show a quick demo. I mean, for those who haven't seen it, presumably there's some folks that are unaware. And actually, maybe I'll give a quick description while you pull up your screen. But you may have noticed, if you haven't kind of tuned in, haven't heard about this, you may have noticed that when Bolt edits files today, it rewrites them from top to bottom. And that's like the default behavior of how LLMs typically work, right? If you can get the LLM to only change the lines of code that need to be changed, you would reduce a lot of the output tokens, which are actually the most expensive tokens. For when you're using Bolt or any other AI product, when AI is typing something out to you, that is the most expensive part of the whole message send flow, right? So if you can just reduce that to just the stuff that's changed, that's huge. Also, it can help reduce the things where you see the model getting lazy around like a rest of code here and that sort of thing. It can help significantly with that sort of stuff. Dom, I'll let you go ahead and take it away.
Cool. Can you all see my screen? Okay, so yeah, this is Bolt. I'm on a preview here, but it's going to be available, like I said, sometime this week. So we're aiming to land all of this week. So you can see there's really nothing. It looks like Bolt. And if I go over to my settings, you notice that there's a new preview features.
Can you zoom in a little bit, Dom?
Oh yeah, totally. So there is these preview features. And you can preview certain beta features here and provide feedback for upcoming enhancements to Bolt. So these things are basically not like rolled out by default for everyone, but you can head over to your settings, click on feature previews, and then enable the features that we support. At this point, it's only diffs, which will then enable the diff-based file editing. So like Eric said, it's not going to rewrite files essentially, from top to bottom, but it will make like very precise edits. Sometimes you will see that it kind of rewrites files, but that's only because changes, it kind of decided that, oh, wow, these are very, extensive changes. So it makes more sense to kind of give you the full updated file instead of like giving you a super large diff. So the approach that we've implemented is actually pretty smart, and it makes really smart decisions based on like, okay, do I use a diff or do I actually rewrite the entire file? So I can now go ahead and click on this, and you'll see that there's a little warning. So that's just a note here that experimental features influence the behavior. So it's slightly different from the standard behavior. It's just something to keep in mind if you enable these feature previews. So if you enable the diff mode, you have to save and reload the page because it's, under the hood, it's just like a very different path. And now you can tell that you have a preview experimental feature enabled. If you see this little, like, what is it called in English? Flask? Is it Flask?
Yeah, it's a Flask.
Icon?
Yep.
Okay, it's a Flask. It's a Flask icon. You can see that I have one experimental feature enabled. I can click on it. It brings me directly to the feature previews, and I can go ahead and disable it again. So if I now type in something, how do I center a diff, which is a classic one that I use on a daily basis during development, and I think I'm not alone. So you can see already it's really just editing these files, and like it's magic. It's really magic. That it doesn't just rewrite. This actually was a little bit extensive, I would say. It decided to give us a diff, but nonetheless,
I'll like change the color or something,
Yeah, we can now change the color, for instance, change the colors to, what is your favorite color, Eric?
Blue.
It was blue. Okay, we need a different
orange.
Orange. Okay. What's your change the colors to orange? Okay, let's see. It's going to flip back to the code view. It will make all these little changes to like the colors. You can see as it's editing, it's pretty smart in making these, very precise edits. And now we should flip back to the preview, and everything is orange. I think the real magic happens, especially in those cases where you just want to make like small changes, right? It really depends, but if you ask it to like rewrite the entire app and add like a completely new feature, then obviously you will end up with like new files and everything. So it's not going to shine there. But if you just like make smaller changes and you ask it to, for instance, change like certain lines or change colors or add an icon here or something like that, that's when it's really like, significantly faster and uses less tokens. So I can now say, something I want to show is like I can also go in here and say like, okay, I'm just going to highlight this, ask Bolt, change this text to how do I center a div? ? Then I can submit it, and we'll see it's just going to edit that one line, and boom, here we go. That was really, really fast. And, whereas if you try that on prod, you would see that it would really start from scratch. It would write line by line the entire file from top to bottom. And so we're very excited about that. And we're going to release that, like I said, as an experimental feature that everyone can enable. Yeah.
Amazing.
And we're very, very excited to hear feedback from everyone.
Heck yeah. And Dom, one of the number one things that could come in the chat is like, when is this landing? They're like, I'm going to Bolt right now. It's not there.
Yeah, it's not there. Like I said, it's gonna be there this week. So you can expect it in, well, the week only has 2 days left. So it's it's gonna be there soon.
Thursday or Friday, Dom? Which is
Thursday or Friday? I mean, we'll do our best to get this in the hands of everyone as quickly as possible.
Heck yeah, cool. Yeah, this is a huge one, and going to be we're going to be spending even more R&D making this thing even better. Again, this is on the cutting edge of just research in the AI code gen world. Doing this with large code bases is not easy. I mean, this has been in work in progress for months at this point. So we're excited to get this in your hands. It works like a dream. So keep your eyes peeled on the company X account at StackBlitz, and give it a shot.
No, yeah.
What were you going to say?
I was undecided if I wanted to talk about something that we added to improve like the UX around when it makes mistakes, but maybe people will figure it out, or I can mention it here. I don't know.
What is it? Yeah, what's the user experience upgrade?
I think that's also something that I'm personally I think excited about, because like the working with the LLM is not always easy. It's like a non-deterministic system, so you can control it to some degree. You can give it instructions, but it's not always guaranteed that it will follow those instructions. You can try, but so you keep kind of iterating on it. So at some point it will make some mistakes, and maybe it gives returns a diff which can't be fully applied. But in those cases, instead of you having, because we know that everyone loves this, potential problem, sticky box, and you can click on it to fix the error. And so for like the diff stuff, if we detect that something went wrong, we implemented an auto fix as well. So you don't even have to click on a button, and we kind of auto detect that, the diff doesn't seem to be fully correct. And then Bolt will kind of auto correct and auto fix the file for you. And it will show up in, like on the right in the editor area, and it will say like fixing file, but it's all, totally, well, somewhat opaque, but it's auto fixing, which I think is a pretty cool addition to the entire diff experience.
Yeah, and it's nice because it's completely invisible to the the person who's using Bolt, right? It's just we and I think across the board, like we're a lot of what we're working on now, and especially over the next week, is just there are certain things that will break that we can just hard code into the product that will just automatically fix it for you, right? And so that this is a very, very a very important way for the diff functionality to make that experience really smooth. Is if there are issues, it can just automatically resolve them. It's cool stuff. I can't wait to see this on prod. I think most people can't either. Great work, Dom. Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Good stuff. So on to the second thing that we went up to. Again, we want to make the experience really smooth. I have an idea. I want to code it. I want to deploy it. And I've intentionally told Dom to avoid stepping into the street so that you couldn't get run over by a bus here. Okay. And so I'm going to hand over to Sam. Sam V. Sam, you how you doing? How's are you in a vehicle, large and yellow right now, or are you where are you punching in from?
It's actually very funny that you said that. Wait. I want to share my screen. Fuck.
Let's see it. Oh, well, hey.
I
don't know the age of the people tuning in,
Wait, I have to quit and reopen Chrome because I bought a new laptop and I have to set it up again. So I'll be back in 2 seconds.
All right, we'll see you. Oh, love it. So this has been so the comment on the screen here. This is, I think, a lot of folks that have been using Bolt for the past few weeks. This has been an issue that you've run into, is after you claim your Netlify site to your Netlify account, you can't keep pushing to it. And the technical reason for this is that after, like, when you anonymously deploy, before you when you come to StackBlitz or to Bolt today and you click deploy, that initial deployment is technically actually owned by StackBlitz. And so when you click claim, it's no longer owned by us. And so we don't actually have permissions to actually keep pushing to it. The way that we solve this is by allowing you to log into your Netlify account and have that actually attached to your Bolt account, your StackBlitz account. And that's really great because anytime you go and deploy new projects going forward, you don't even have to claim them. They're just going to be in your Netlify account and you can just keep pushing them in, right? So to show this off, Sam, go ahead and show off the really, really, really smooth flow of how this works and what has landed today here.
Yeah. Wait. Is my screen shared?
Yes.
Oh, okay. It is. So yeah.
Maybe pause the animation.
And then you get like confetti because you saved Dom. Okay, so yeah, I made this little app and I deployed it to Netlify. Like Eric's...
it has a Germany flag on it. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
but I'm just seeing it now.
I want to make sure everyone saw that this was you.
Right.
You've been iterating on this app since the last live stream.
No, I created a new one actually, but yeah, I've been working on this for the entire week, Eric. I didn't work on Bolt actually.
I was wondering what took this Netlify deploy thing so long,
Yeah, that was only 1 hour. This was more fun. But yeah, so like Eric said, the Netlify URL is actually owned by StackBlitz, and that's why we can like keep pushing updates. But the moment you click like claim, we transfer that ownership back to like, well, the account, like my account here, because I'm signed in with my account. I add it to my project, and now it's actually owned by me. So what happens now, and this is actually live today, if I refresh, we will actually tell you that your project has been previously deployed to that URL, but that in order to be able to update the live website, open settings and connect with Netlify. So you can click that link here. You can say, okay, Netlify, connect, we authorize, we get back to Bolt, and it will auto close, or you can close it yourself. Boom. Now we see that we can disconnect here, but you can close that. We now render a different message here if you refresh, because now we actually have like the information we previously deployed to that URL and is owned by your personal Netlify account. So it gives you like extra information that you are owning that project, and that you can actually like keep pushing. So that means that if I say now make the button orange, because that is my CEO's favorite color apparently,
Sam, do me a favor and say stop the bus. I can't take it anymore.
Like that. Okay. So you can see that the site is live here. It is live on my, like it lives on my account. I update thing. It's like orange now. Redeploy it. Because it now has my token, it should update it here. Yep, and now it's orange. So if I also go through here, like it's my account, it's the same URL here. So yeah, you are now owning that app entirely. If you would now disconnect actually from here, from Netlify, or like you would revoke the token in like your Netlify account, it will also give you like that information. So it will see, oh yeah, this is actually the same, but we have different like use cases where like your token is invalid or something. It will tell you your token has expired, you should reconnect, things like that. So yeah,
You built the Netlify UI actually, because one of the questions was adding a domain. And so I know that this is like kind of a Netlify side of thing, but maybe we can kind of point out. So when you actually deploy one of these, I think, is it site configuration or is it domain management maybe?
I never did this actually. So if someone in chat can point me to the right.
Maybe it's domain management on the left there, Sam.
Oh yeah, probably.
There you
go. You want to buy me a domain, Eric, or for this nice little app?
Yeah, well, I'll point, blot.new at it.
Yeah, probably add a domain and then you can, do that. And then like it should just work because the domain is then tied to that project and we update based on the project ID. So you should be able to just set up your domain and keep pushing with Bolt. So
amazing.
I have a request for change though. Can we change that the blood to hearts?
I like that idea.
Yeah, we can.
Nice. Thank you, Sam.
No. We can't.
Anyways, go on.
Dom's sitting here just like everyone's wowed at the functionality, and Dom's sitting here going, "This is I don't know, guys. Like, this I don't like this. I don't like this for some reason, you know."
Someone said, "What if you change the Netlify subdomain?" That should also work. Wait, was that here? Edit site name. So we change that, so that's now our site, and now that we have the hearts,
deploy that. That deserves
we
to
can
be
redeploy it.
I think you should change the title also. Instead of Vite plus React plus TS, it should say we all.
Oh wait, is it not? Why didn't?
Found a bug live on stream.
Yeah, that's bad. Okay, I'll fix that tomorrow.
That's bad.
Need to fix that. Yep.
Good catch.
Wait,
generally, if you don't change the
no, I disconnected.
Right.
That's why. Yeah, I have to reclaim it. Fuck. Sorry for the language.
Easy.
Yeah, it works. It's easy.
Even the master coders that built Bolt.new don't always get it right on the first try. It's normal to need to iterate and test and play around.
No, it works. It's just because I'm demoing. I wanted to demo the disconnect, and now I'm
The
yeah.
demo gods weren't with him today.
There we go.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
worked.
Yeah, see, so it worked, and it like even gave you the updated URL here.
Amazing.
So yeah, big shout out to Netlify as well for helping us like with this flow. Also, if you disconnect here, it will automatically revoke your token here as well, which is here, Bolt. So if I do that, disconnect. That was here, refresh, then the app is not authorized anymore. So yeah, the flow is entirely like built in into Bolt.
Amazing. Yeah, thank you for shipping this. And also because like, yeah, the being able to just like one click log in versus having like generate a token, such a better experience. And like, I want to echo the shout out Sam gave to the Netlify folks because they made this just crazy easy to integrate. So this is awesome because this has been one of the probably like for the folks that have been pushing stuff into prod with Bolt, one of the biggest pain points, so it's completely smooth with this update. So amazing. All right, I think were there any other questions that we saw in the chat, or are we good to ship a feature live here today?
We have some questions. Let's see.
Okay, let's get through those real quick.
I think John wants to say something, but his mic's not working. Yeah.
Joanne? Is your mic not working?
I think it's not
Oh,
right.
No, it's right. I hear you.
Okay. Never mind.
Do we need to publish against the new URL suggested by Bolt? I don't think so. I mean, once you deploy, it should be like it should remain. It should hold on to that deployment going forward. You shouldn't have to publish to a new URL, I don't think. Yes, yeah, that is exactly what we just showed. Yes, 100%. You can publish to the same Netlify project over and over and over again, like and have a production domain tied in with that. So that is a good question. Maybe Tomek, maybe something to add into the hopper or a video.
Yeah, cool idea.
Heck yeah. Okay, this is maybe last question. Then let's get to some live coding. Does Bolt have the ability to delete useless files and folders? Useless? Are you sure they're completely useless? No, I'm kidding. This is a problem though. So Bolt will often write files and then it won't need them anymore. One of the original things we did to make sure that stuff that wasn't just getting deleted randomly by the LM was we did not give the LM the ability to delete stuff. Very important, actually. Before we had the checkpoints feature, now that we have checkpoints, this is something that we'll enable. One thing I should mention: in the file system UI, you can delete files and folders and rename them. So if you want to change how it's set up, you can go in and do that yourself, or you can open it in Stack as well. Okay, I'm going to share my screen really quick. We kind of got nerd sniped into a ship here today for you all from some folks in the community, and it's a great idea actually. So let me go and pull this up. So Melvin had made this thread about how he made a landing page, and there's a great discussion. How can we easily track token usage? And kind of the short of it is that in the UI today, we only show how many tokens are remaining. In the chat box area, I think it's like when you go below 10 million tokens, it'll show you the number of tokens. It's something like that. And so someone said, hey, it'd be kind of great if there was a toggle where you just kind of keep that on all the time. And so I said, okay, well, maybe we can do this. And then Don said, okay, well, now you said it, we have to. So we have to do this. There's no other option. We have to ship this live on stream. So a very easy way for y'all to flip on a toggle to be able to see the number of tokens on every message send, kind of how fast they're going on, etc. So with that, John, I'm going to hand it over to you because I believe you are going to be 3 for 3 today. Knock on wood. 3 office hours in a row. We're off the cuff. You are shipping new functionality here. That's going to change the game. Let's see it.
Okay. Yeah. So essentially, what Rich said is showing the token limits on top here, which already happen if you enter a certain threshold of tokens. And so essentially, if I change that logic in here to always say it's true, you're gonna see. So that's the thing we're talking about here. And what we want, I think, is to add a toggle in settings. Should we put that in general?
I think
What
so.
What do you
I
guys
think
think? Technically, maybe appearance. I don't know.
Maybe
think
on
general.
tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but tokens is kind of overloaded with stuff.
yeah.
Might
I'd say
And it-
general.
and
I'd say
it-
throw to general.
And it would cause that thing to scroll, which is also a little bit annoying then, unless we make
Yeah,
the whole
true.
thing bigger.
Yeah, very good point.
True.
So let's just add a toggle in general then. Okay.
Yep. For people in the chat say general, so I think we're on the right track here. That's good.
If we only had an app to vote.
Ah, Comic, didn't you make one?
I did, but I think I am the only one that can vote in that. So I mean, we can do it.
The best voting app then?
Here's Joanne doing the Rain Man thing, pulling out icons from a library from his brain somehow.
Actually, I'm just copy pasting code because that's how we all write code, right? Just copy paste, and then once we're like, okay, that looks like roughly what I want. I'm just gonna make changes. So like, it shouldn't say delete all chat. It should say, what did we land on for the text? Toggle token usage, I guess. And for now, I'm just gonna keep the rest the same, just to see if I'm doing. Yeah, it looks like I'm doing the right thing, more or less.
And have it say always show tokens, always show token usage or something like that.
Yeah, toggle token usage too weird.
Or always show, yeah, there you go, perfect, something like that.
Maybe above the chat, just to show it's.
Yeah, you're right. That's a very good point.
I mean, like in the text, like say above the chat.
Imagine using an AI to do all of that repetitive work.
I would honestly keep it below it, but
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, maybe just say always
Ship
show
it.
token
Ship
usage above the chat.
But that's very
to point.
wordy, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe yeah, show always show tokens
I mean, I guess we could just say show token usage.
in chat. Here's what we thought. Okay, yeah, perfect. There, yeah, that's fine. That's
Okay.
good. Cool.
So we're gonna create some little boolean to store that state. Actually, put it boolean on. Yeah.
Joanna, I actually think that should be part of the settings, no?
We don't have a settings that's easy to use, and we already have the subscribe dismiss that's related. I agree, but
Okay.
I feel like we
Yeah,
could
yeah,
do that
yeah.
as a refactoring.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, it's a good point. Okay, so hopefully that should be good. So we're still actually, this is incorrect because we want the OR. So today it's either we're close to the max or we're 40 USGH. Because if you dismiss it, then we're not gonna show it. So that's set for this part. And in here, I go in Chatstone. And then, oh wait. All right. Should be done in a second now.
Let's go. Let's go. I want to see it.
Actually. Well, I guess we can just do that. And that's it. Okay, so what happened now if I toggle this? Woo!
Oh, let's go. Amazing.
It's there. So one thing probably everybody or some people have noticed is that this is not persisted. So if I reload the page here, it's gonna be gone. So
I think good enough to ship for now.
yeah.
What do you say, chat? I say we get this. I say we get the goodies, and then we'll add persistence of this.
If you're a paid user, is this going to say X million monthly tokens remaining?
Yeah, this is fake data. I can actually showcase that. So if in here, I guess if we do this.
Wouldn't it be easy to quickly store it just in local storage so that at least it...
Yeah, I guess this is, I'm not setting the correct data that we should return. So it should show something different. What was your question, sorry, Sam?
Can we just quickly store it in local storage or something? So that
Oh yeah,
at
that's a
least
very
it's
good point.
persisted?
That's easy to do. It's not the best type of persistence. So for anyone that is not technical here, essentially local storage is the way to store data inside your browser. It doesn't persist across devices or across browsers, but it's pretty nice because it's a cheap and effective way to store simple state. So if you build an app with Bolt.news, that's a very good place to start with to store like user preferences and everything instead of going all in and persisting this in Supabase or Firebase. I'll bet that there's many benefits of storing that in the backend, but you can start just simpler.
John, this will be for subscribers and free users, right? Like regardless of whether you're a paid or free user, you could toggle this on and see your usage.
Right? Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, good. Yep.
Cool.
You can actually use the nanostore/persistence module.
Ooh.
I think we already have it installed, but yeah.
Which one, sorry?
Nanostore/persistence.
Yeah, it's used for the settings, Joan. That's why I kind of suggested that, but it would already be, everything would be persisted. But yeah.
All right, just to answer a couple of the questions here. Wishbolt worked easily with Supabase, user auth, etc. We got a YouTube video on this, that we announced at the beginning of this. We are going to have some direct integrations with like Supabase and Firebase, though, that make this even simpler. Nothing to announce today, but this is we hear you, and we've got some cool stuff cooking on this. Just want to mention that. Serious question: can we get Bolt merch, hats, and hoodies? Yeah, absolutely. We want them ourselves. 100%. I think we actually have some. Our ops folks have actually been working with a creative firm or whatever that kind of specializes in this. So we're gonna have some Bolt apparel pretty shortly here that we'll be giving out, and that's actually kind of a good time because we have Stackbook t-shirts, the ones we have here, and for all of our community picks, we always we reach out to them and get them a free t-shirt of these. So Joan, while you're coding, maybe we can flip over, do our community picks, and we'll see if the stars align and this thing's ready to merge by the time we're done. How about that?
Sounds good.
Heck yeah. Okay, Tomek, you're first up, I think, on community picks today. Go ahead and share your screen. Let's see them. Wow, those are some great community picks, Tomek. Thanks for sharing this. Okay, so on to the next person. That was like deep. He's like deep in thought over there.
Picks?
Community pick. I'm messing with Tomek. I don't know. Can Tomek, can you hear me? Is his mic broken? I'm gonna force unmute you.
It's probably pre-recorded, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he might be having technical trouble. And here I am like messing with him.
I think he has some trouble. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in which case, I will start with my picks then.
This is one issue with browser-based. Like the only issue I have with browser-based software. If you're like me, you have like 15 windows with 20 tabs. And I was just looking.
So you're sitting there. You're sitting there looking at like 100 tabs, figuring out which one.
I couldn't find this call.
Dude, you have a problem. I mean, I don't know how it's like. My wife's the same way. It's like, she has like 100 tabs. I'm like, how do you get it done?
The technical term is divergent thinker. I am here though. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Share your picks.
Sorry for the interruption.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, this will be. Okay, I have 3 picks today, and I tried to pick like various different reasons. So the first one is from Jay here, and he's sharing a cool UI technique that he wanted to try to implement, like this. I don't remember how it's called. It's called like border beam, something like this. It's cool to see like something more than like a typical hover effect. The second one is also from Jay, and it's a bit more developed or like extensive app that like I like the whole like step-by-step workflow that it actually gets a TikTok or Instagram URL. It gets the content of that video and can transcribe it and rewrite it using a different style. So it's like the whole web culture is about like mixing stuff. So it's cool, and it also works with several different APIs. So that is a really interesting and advanced use case. The third one is by CJZ. It's an interesting one because it uses several AI elements or services, and again, like pretty extensive write-up that he did here. But what I really liked about this one is that he answered quite a lot of questions, including, so basically this starts with that it costs $7 in tokens, and that was actually a client work, and he answered somewhere here. This is how he sold this for. So we talked on one of the live streams about like the return of investments for using Bolt, and $7 going into 9K. It's quite a nice ROI. So these are my 3 picks for different reasons. Again,
that's incredible. That's wild. I actually missed the part in that thread where he talked about what the actual amount he charged was. That's insane. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. I'll show my picks, and the first one's going to look familiar because let me pull this up. This is the one I was talking about before. This is the feature that's currently being shipped. I want to give a shout out to Melvin, to Hans, George, these three folks. You are the impetus, the reason that we are shipping this today, and this is a nice ship. So, want to give a put the spotlight on you all. This is awesome. Next one is this guy called 12K. I don't know what the real name is, but I like how I'm gonna call him 12K. I think it's like a pretty sick name, honestly. So 12K wrote this. I just thought this was like a really cool. I thought this was like a really good encapsulation of kind of why we're excited about Bolt. And I think why like a lot of people tuning in here are excited about Bolt. Yeah, this is like, you know, really kind of a paradigm shifting moment where people can build incredible software but don't need to actually have deep development expertise to do so, right? I just thought that this was, I thought 12K did a really great job of kind of capturing that in like, you know, 2 or 3 sentences or whatever. So shout out to 12K. It's one of my picks. Another one. So this actually, Daryl actually tracked down Melvin, who's been kind of a recurring character, you know, for the past weeks here, because Melvin's been punching out a lot of amazing apps. And so I guess Melvin was at an AI event, I guess, in Singapore, and these folks came up to Melvin and were like, "Hey, you're the person on Twitter who's making stuff with Bolt.new." And so one of them, I think Melvin had said that one of them wanted to get a T-shirt, and so that was actually Daryl. So Daryl made a really cool app, this finance tracking app, and I thought it was pretty well done, like a fully fledged app for tracking your finances. So Daryl, this is awesome. Thank you for sharing your project. And heck yeah, you're gonna get a T-shirt. This is super cool. And it's just kind of fun to see people meeting in person and kind of connecting because of Bolt and the Bolt community and the stuff you all are making. This is it's not just virtual, right? I mean, it's cool to see this is translating into the real world and real relationships and real friendships, right? Let's see, I got 2 more. Jay. So Jay's, I think that for the past week, we noticed Jay kind of posting a good number of tweets about the stuff they're making, doing some really cool stuff with making LLM applications using Bolt. So I just want to give a shout out to Jay. I highly recommend going and following their feed because they've been just punching out a whole bunch of cool stuff. And finally, I want to give a shout out spotlight on Mauricio, who's done an amazing job of growing the Reddit community for Bolt. Now in the top 31% globally of all Reddit communities, which is pretty darn cool. So want to give a shout out to Mauricio, and just in general, you know, I think that Wes again, who's been you know, building the Bolt builders community on X. Mauricio's been building the Reddit community. Paul and Melvin, just kind of shout out to all those folks that they've been, you know, kind of in the first batch of the earliest batch of folks that were using Bolt, and they've been just spreading their knowledge and forging communities and sharing, you know, everything that they've learned and how to build apps. Y'all are doing an amazing job, and I think everyone in the community really appreciates what you're doing, and certainly on the StackBlitz core team we do. So anyways, those are my community picks. With that, Kate, I'll hand it over to you.
Cool. Okay. I will share my screen now. Ooh. Sorry. Build up.
This better be a real good community pick, Kate, you know?
Okay.
This is the pick of all picks.
Okay, 1 second. Sorry.
Here, I can share if you want, if you're having trouble.
No, I got it. Okay. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this is my community pick. It's like there's a kind of a thread of tweets, but it's like a mind map for AI podcasts. So like this is a discussion happening, which is super, super cool. And it looks like this person's also building in public. So it looks like there's a journey to be followed here. So go check it out.
That's really cool because that's like not an easy piece of software to make. I mean, I can tell you, if you like took me with my laptop current state, put me on an island with no internet connection, I don't know if I could actually make that. With like, I don't actually have the straight up knowledge without Googling and da 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 da. Like I don't know. I actually do not know how to do that.
Totally. So yeah.
It was also actually like I also wanted to pick that because I saw it on Twitter and I was really impressed, especially because there's like I think in another tweet you can really see that. I don't know. I think Keisha is in the chat even. That's pretty cool.
Oh what? Oh,
I just saw
go.
that.
There we go.
Which is super
Heck
nice
yeah.
because you can see like the drawing, kind of like the sketching of the app and like the skeleton, like low fidelity prototype, and then turning that to life is just I was mind blown when I saw that on Twitter.
Well, and Keisha's been posting. I've noticed a couple of previous things from her on kind of the lead up to that application we just saw. So I believe this is her handle here on the video stream. So I highly recommend going and following Keisha. She's making some really cool stuff. Highly recommend it. But yeah, this is extremely impressive. Really extremely impressive piece of software here. So highly recommend checking out what she's up to. Heck yeah. Do we have I think that's on the list of community shots that we made. I believe that was I will say that pick of all picks. Excellent. That's mind-blowing stuff. Do we have anything else from our side for community spotlights this week?
I have one.
Okay, let's see it. Let's do it.
Yeah, so let me quickly
also tisk. Why is this not in the Google Doc, Dom? Why, that's the script. That's the script. There's not a script. There's a list of links.
Okay, I can quickly share my screen. Let's see. I think it's this one. Let me zoom in. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I don't know if can you see my screen? Okay, I don't know if it was ever
go even bigger. Go even bigger.
Oh, even bigger. Yeah. When I saw this, like it's and I hope I'm not butchering the name, Alem. So he says like while everyone is building their $1 million idea, he's basically decided to build, the new open source features. And what he's built and worked on is basically like network tracing into his open source. And if you just look at this, I mean, it's just insane. Like that looks legit good. And with the recording and like, everything you have in, for instance, like I was mind blown. Like it would take me ages to build this.
And it's specific to Remix, and Bolt is built with Remix, so it's kind of like what?
What? That's
we especially love it.
Yeah. So, anyways, really good stuff. What people built with Bolt is,
I mean, that is a really complicated piece of UI to make. Really complicated. I mean, I'm mind blown that they used Bolt to make that. I mean, that's good. Great pick. Because that is complicated stuff. That is complicated stuff. Love it. I like this comment. Here we go. Exhibit would be proud. If anyone knows the meme, I put your X into your Y, or I put your X into your X, or whatever. Anyways, great meme, great show. That was childhood MTV was just hit different back in the day. Okay, with that, Johan, give me some good news.
So I think it's ready. We need kind of Dom to merge it on stream or something.
Let's go. Always Dom.
It's always Dom.
No. This time, okay. I put this up for a vote, but I would say actually someone else does
Quinton.
it. Quinton.
Yes,
you're the
Quinton.
Share your screen.
Quinton,
merge it.
And also, Quinton, you need to give us a little hint of what's landing next week, because we have something special in store that you've been making for everyone.
Okay, a little hint. Does that include like a little teaser in some UI work, or?
Yeah, maybe just a little, just enough where folks might, next week is just it's a week of thanks, and we want to give thanks, and we're the company credit card is going to be giving a lot of thanks to everyone on the stream and everyone else hitting Bolt.new, and we've kind of got a fun way in which that that's going to happen.
I think someone else will need to share because I need to reboot to enable screen sharing. So
yeah, okay, go ahead.
Do that quickly.
Let's get the merge in. Let's get the merge in first, and then Quentin comes back and
Alex.
shows us.
Oh no, Eric, do it. Merge it.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
I mean, listen.
Make sure to comment. Looks good to me, and then merge.
Yeah.
Without looking at the code, right? That's.
Listen, y'all. Since I as the CEO, I gotta say I don't code as much as I used to. So if this breaks everything, it's not on me. It's not on me. I don't know whose fault it is. It ain't mine. It ain't mine. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But I did a really thorough code review. There we go. Time to ship it. Squash and merge. Bazinga. Boom. All right.
Let's go.
Coming to a production deployment near you in mere seconds, minutes. Whoever is the first to see that toggle, take a screenshot, post it on X, and we'll give you a retweet. That's the game. Whoever gets the first deployment near them, you gotta share it for all the karma. You're gonna get it. Okay. With that, Quentin, you're back, and go ahead and give us that. What is coming next week? What can we expect? It sounds amazing. It's the week of thanks. It's the week of the company credit card getting racked up, so everyone can build amazing things. Give us what is it? What is it? We can't wait until Monday for the announcement. What is it right now?
Is it? I don't see my own screen sharing, so I don't know if it works.
I don't think you're sharing your screen. Click the present button.
I don't think it worked.
I think it didn't work for me. I had to wait a bit, but
I don't see it popping up. Well, Quentin, give us a little description. What does that have to do with? What's it called? Oh, he's gone. He can't even do it. Listen, y'all. I'm trying. You can't say I'm not trying to get you some sneak peek. You cannot say I didn't try today. You can't say that.
He chickened out.
Or did he turkey out?
Yeah, maybe.
Was that a hint?
It was that. I think it was a hint.
No, it's unrelated.
Yeah, totally. I think so.
I think it was completely unrelated. So I wonder.
Look what I just
potatoes
in the YouTube chat.
I noticed. Yeah, that's going to be a reality now.
Okay, Quentin's back. All right, Quentin. Listen, I'm working hard over here trying to get this information out of you, man. I mean, it's a little rude to just leave.
Okay, I'm sharing.
Oh, there we go. All right.
Okay,
you're sharing.
So
yeah,
like a very small teaser here, where you can see that you might get some extra, like turkey-based tokens. Soon
now I'm going to remove it. That's all you get to see. That's all you get to see, everyone. That's all you get to see. Yeah, that's all you get to see. Maybe some turkey tokens. Maybe that's coming next week. Some little bit of extra. So, anyways, we're excited. Quentin's been working on this. So Quentin, thank you for this. I think everyone's gonna be really stoked about this. You're going to be able to use more tokens than normal next week, whether you're a free or a paid user. We're going to announce some Monday. But we've been pretty fired up about what everyone's been working on. And so yeah, next week is kind of fun week. Hopefully y'all are going to be taking some time to relax and, hang out with your friends and families. And, in between things, if you have some time to go and burn some turkey tokens, we're going to hook you up. But yeah, so that's what's coming. We got some other stuff landing next week too. But I think with that, I think that's a wrap. Appreciate everyone tuning in here. Had a lot of fun, and we will see you next Wednesday live, and we'll be finding out some fun ways to spend more tokens, turkey flavored. So let's go. All right, have a good one, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.